Everyone, welcome back to my channel. It is your girl Sanaa from So Crafty Sanaa, and I am back with my weekly cash out expense video. You guys, I could not wait for this video because I am working from my Payday Budget Excel Template. Okay, not sure if that's going to be the name, but I am working from that. You guys, thank you for tuning in. If you don't know me, my name is Sanaa. I am a budgeter, a cash stuffer. I am an all-around crafty person, but my thing is managing my money as best as I can. Like, I fail all the time, but I'm not going to give up. So what you're going to see is me using my cash envelopes to pay back my credit card spending for the week. So I stuff cash every week. I use that money to pay back my credit card because I spend everything on my credit card for my cashback rewards, right? It works for me. You guys will see when you look at my total cashback rewards for the year of 2024 so far. Okay, so let me show you all how I do that by using my Payday Budget Excel template. Now, this template is new. Um, this template is new. I am testing it out. It is currently in test mode. So, yeah, you guys are going to see how I'm using that. And let me get that on the screen as we speak. So here's my payday expense table here. This is all of my spending from November 1st up until November 8th, okay? I get paid weekly, so I get paid on Fridays. So Friday when I get paid, Saturday starts a new budget. So I got paid today, November the 8th, but that is still a part of last week's budget because I allot money every Friday for a new week of budgeting. Okay, so on November the 1st, when I got paid, I allotted this money here, and I'll go over and you can see my payday budget envelopes here, which is the envelopes that I keep in my wallet. And then if you look at the payday sinking funds, these are the amounts I contributed to my sinking funds. So in total, between my cash envelopes and my sinking funds, that is a total of $890 that I contributed to my cash envelopes. So because I did put this money in, I'm going to go and plug this in really fast because I should have did that. You know what? I think I did, but somehow I didn't save a current version, and I don't have this on my OneDrive to automatically update, so that is my problem, you guys. Sorry about that. So I'm just going to plug this information in so that I can see and have my actual columns filled. Oops, my actual columns filled in. So let's see. Just bear with me. And so in total, I contributed $890 to my cash envelopes and sinking funds for the week. And I'm going to show you all now. So that is my, and this is my weekly, this is my cash breakdown. I have this on every sheet where it shows the amount of bills and the quantity. But here, down here, you can put your cash envelopes and sinking fund. It won't fit them all, but it will give you a total. And this is where you can choose your bill denomination. So I am just going to scroll over here because I will be using the weekly expense cash out table there and the weekly expense cash out summary. Okay, but before I do that, let's go take a look at the payday spending expense category. Okay, so let me explain this table here before I start So this table here, it lists all of the cash envelopes that I have, cash envelopes, sinking funds, and I do have a category for my account and my HSA here, my savings challenges and my change jar. Because what I do is I keep the total amount in those sinking funds. So whatever I contributed this week, I had put $100 in my Me Money for this week, but I already had $12 in my Me Money cash envelope. So my total budget to spend in that cash envelope for Me Money was $112. Now, that's what you see. So if I had any money before I put money in this pay period, that is the total balance. For instance, car maintenance, I didn't put anything. I did. I think I put $10 in car maintenance, which gave me, no, $20. So I already had $1,214. I put another 20. So that means for this week, I had a total amount to spend in that envelope, $1,234. Now let's go down and look at um, my account. Now I spent money from my checking account. I don't keep my checking account balance here, but I know that this money that I spent in my spending category this week, this $530, I know that that came out of my checking account. I do not have to pull that money back from, um, a cash envelope or anything like that. And I also know that I didn't budget. I don't budget my checking account here. So any additional monies I pull from my account, of course, I went over budget because I did not allot for that. Okay. So you can see a lot of the categories I did go over budget in. But what we're going to do is we are going to go look at my total spending for the week, which is the actual columns. The actual columns is where I've actually spent money this week. And we are going to pull that money out as much as we can. Now, the other thing, let's look at my weekly cash out, my weekly cash out table. This pulls information from my spending, and it tells me every credit card I spent money on and how much I spent. Now, it also lists my cash. I spent $30 in cash, and it also lists my checking account, $530 from my checking account. Of course, I don't have to pay this back, but all of these credit cards, they have a total sum. I need to pay that money back. So my total spending was $1,502.57. Now, when we come over here to my weekly expense cash out summary, this is the good stuff. I had to figure out a way to mimic how I did my weekly expense in the book. So my total spend was $1,502. My cash spending was $30. My checking account was $530. And that left me with a card spend, and hold on, that should have been, somehow that did not calculate. Oh, you know what? I forgot to put that here. Okay, so let me just fix that really fast. But the live template will have this. So, nope, that's not going to do it. Let me just back this out. So we're going to have 118 minus, boom, minus HSA minus checking account, and that's going to give me a total of my card spending. So there we have it. So I have to pay back $942.57. Now if I come over here, okay, at this table, and I take the 1502.57 and minus out the 530 minus the 30 equals 942.57. So it adds up, right? So I need to get $942.57. I need to get that back. Okay, so alrighty, let's go ahead and see all the places I need to pull this money from. So you guys, I'm still operating in my Zippy wallet, my brown Croc. She is my baby for the day. Don't get it twisted. She's been my baby since I created her. So we're going to use that. And then let me just make sure I get everything that I need. We're going to start getting this money. So I'm trying to make sure we have room to keep my spreadsheet right here so you guys can see it. Alrighty, let's go. So for me money, as you can see, it says I need $78.85. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100, 110, 11, 112. So I need $79. So let's see. So, okay. I am going to have to get $1. So I'm going to put that there. Okay. I'm going to sit the money here. And I'm going to minus out $79, and that leaves me with 10, 20, 30, 31, 32. It's going to leave me with $33. So I'm going to have to get $1 and put that back. So $33 I have left over in me money. So that's going to roll over. So when I do my cash stuffing for my this pay period, whatever I contribute plus the 33 will be in this budgeting column here. Okay. So dining out, I budgeted for $50 and I wound up spending $53.51. So I am over in my dining out column. So I'm just going to minus out that 50 there. And my overages will be covered. Of course, I have to pull that from my checking account. Car maintenance, I budgeted for $10. I didn't spend anything. Gas, I budgeted for $65. I didn't spend anything, but that is a sinking fund, so that's going to move forward. So when I contribute more money for the week, it'll include that. Okay, groceries, I budgeted for $250 and I spent $293.79. So I went over $43.79. I am going to have to make up for that money, so I'm going to minus out the $250. Okay, and put the $250 there. Household. So household, I budgeted for $60. I spent $39.94. So I am going to take the $40. So I'm going to put a $50 and then take back a $10. Okay, so I'm going to put $40 there. So I'm going to minus 40, and that leaves me with 20. So I have $20 in household. Now I can choose when I do my cash stuffing to let it stay or roll it forward. Giving, I had $40. I gave away 30, so I should have $10 left. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, $10 left in giving. Okay, so that is it for my cash envelopes. I pulled out all the money I needed there. So next, I'm going to go over to my sinking fund. So Selfie Sanaa. So in my Selfie Sanaa, I budgeted for $250. So I spent $252.06 and $252.06. Let's see. So let's look at Selfie Sanaa. So Selfie Sanaa is here. I spent $234.29 at Sephora, and then Selfie Sanaa here. I spent $17.77 also at Sephora. So that gave me my total of $252.06. So I went over budget $2.06. That wasn't bad. So I'm going to take the $250 out of Selfie Sanaa, and I'm just going to minus that. And now I have 0 in Selfie. I have a hair appointment coming up, so I am going to have to budget for that out of this paycheck. So we'll see how that goes. Next, we're going to go over to household. So my household 2 sinking fund. Now, I don't know that it says I only have $15 in household, but let's see. It says I have $15 in household. Now, what I can do is I had $20 left over in my household in my envelope, so I can pull that money. So let's go here. So I have 2 sinking funds. I keep a household envelope in my wallet so that while I'm out, in case I do need to spend cash, I have some money for household and what I allot to spend my variable spending. This is a sinking fund because I plan to build this money up in this envelope to be thousands, or at least 1,000, right? So I don't like to carry that much in a household envelope in my wallet. So that's why I have 2 envelopes. So I'm going to minus the 15 there. And I think but I'm going to go pull the other 20. I'm going to pull the other 20 because it's still household at the end of the day. I'm going to pull the other 20 from here, and let's just minus that out altogether. So minus 20. So now I am only, let's see, $6.11 over budget in that category. Okay, so you know what I'm forgetting? I probably should have taken, I could put here just to be on the safe side, like honestly, like for envelopes like this. Let's see. No, household, for instance, household, I had the $20 here, but I can write minus 20 next to it. I can put that. What? Wait a minute. I did not mean to do that. Let me see if I can back that out. Okay, I could put the minus 20 next to it. You guys, because I'm trying to figure out how to keep track of what I did that'll equal out. Okay, so nonetheless, let's go back to medical. I don't have enough in medical. I only have $10 in medical, so the rest of the money is going to have to come from my checking account. I will cover all overages from my checking account. Now, you guys, this This Excel template I'm using, of course, it is in draft template mode. I do plan to have this ready by the end of the month so I can go live in December with putting this on my website, putting it on Etsy and things like that, but we'll see. So I could only contribute, what did I have? The $10, right? So I'm over budget there. Next we have business. Now any business spending will come from my business account, and as you can look right here, my Amex SKS is my business card. So I know that no matter what, I have to pay $85.82 on this card. It's going to come from my checking account. So $85.82. I did have $37 in my business account, which is a different binder. So let's see. Business is here. Student loan, Ramadan, reward cash, business. So it says I had $37 in business, but I honestly don't want to pull this money from my envelope because I'm going to pull it out and all business stuff will come off my card from now on. I don't know that I will contribute to this sinking fund. It makes no sense because I pay out of the business account. So I'm taking $37 from business to cover that. And I still have an overage of $48.82. But again, that's going to come from a checking account. Jenna is our cat. She only had $10. Now, the crazy thing is this. I did not budget for her food and cat litter this week because I had no idea I was going to need it. I did not pay attention, and my daughter didn't give me a heads up like, hey, she's low on food, so I under budget. But that's okay because the balance, the difference of $46.16 is going to come from my checking account, as I keep telling you guys. All right, so that is Jenna. Next, we have to go to toiletries for the kids. So $5 is going to come out of there. Sorry, I shook the camera. So this is money for the kids, dress, allowance, toiletries. So I need $5 for toiletries. So let me get a 5. Okay. So there's a 5, and then I'll put the 10. So that is going to leave me with 50, 60, 65. So I'm minusing 5, and it leaves me with 65. And this is for anything they need toiletry-wise. Deodorant, shampoos, soaps, because we use different things, each of us. Oh, and you guys, I need $1 to put back in me money. So remember, I owe me money $1. So I'm going to put that back in there. Okay. And it says I should have 33. So 10, 20, 30, 31, 32, 33. Okay. So 33 back in me money. So $503 was my checking account. So let's see. I know that I am going to come over here really fast, and I am going to, so let's see, card repaid, date paid. I'm going to pay the total balance is owed, but I kind of want to keep track of what I spent in these accounts. So, how am I going to do this? I got to figure out a way to keep track. So let's divvy up this money, you guys. So 10, 1, 10, 20, 10, 5, 10, 50, 100, 50, 100, 20s. Alrighty, so let's see. And I can tell you that, let's see, I need 3, that's 4, that's 48, 50, 76, that's 102, 150, 200, so let's say $197. So I might be $197 short. So let me come over to here. So basically, it says I need to pay 942, wait, 942.57 minus 197. So I should have roughly $745 here. So let's see. 100, 200, 300, 400, 450, 500, 550, 570, 590, 610, 630, 650, 670, 690, 700, 710, 720, 730, 740, 750, 760, 765, 766. So it looks like I have $766. Let's see. 766. So yes, I owe, remember I said 197, but it looks like I am going to have to put $176 from my checking account to cover these expenses. So let me count. 100, 200, 300, 400, 450, 500, 550, 570, 590, 610, 630, 650, 670, 690, 700, 710, 720, 730, 740, 750, 760, 765, 766. So yeah, so $766 came from my cash envelopes and sinking funds, and $176.57 will come from my checking account, and that will be a total of $942.57, and that will go to pay for my American Express, Amazon, Chase Freedom, my Amex, my Sephora, my Apple Card, and my Target. And that will cover all of my spending of $942.57 on my credit cards. So that is how I know how much to pay back on my credit cards, right? So now, the good thing too is now I know exactly what to pay back on my credit cards. If you guys watch my videos, I used to have to go in and do that myself and tally it up, calculate all my credit cards, go through all my expenses in the book. Although I do miss the book. The only thing I feel like I need to add now on this, which I don't have, is when I pull, like for instance, I pull the money from this envelope, right? But there's no way to show that I pulled the money from this envelope. So that is why, let's see, let me just put it in the center. What is going on? Okay, that is why I should have created a column. I didn't think about it till now, but this is why I'm testing it out, because if I have to add something new, like for instance, I wanted to be able to show that I pulled this money out of here. So I pulled money out of here. Where else did I pull money from? I didn't pull money from anywhere else. What I did was I took $5 from here technically. So although it says I have $64.67, I really have $65 because I like to round up. And maybe I should, I'm not going to do it. When I add my envelopes for next pay into these columns, I'll consider the $65. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do, but I'm not going to put those amounts until I do my cash stuffing. So let me put the $766 back to bank. You guys, it's coming together. Once it's together, it will make sense. So $766 is what's going back to bank. So what I'm going to do is go and deposit all of this money back into my bill account, and then pay all of these bills out of my bill account tomorrow. So, or maybe I'll put it in my Chase account, which is my big buffer, the big buffer. You guys, that is it. So what do you think of my weekly expense cash out? Like, what do you think? What do you think of this spreadsheet? You guys, start giving me some feedback of things you would like to see. Is it too much? Is it too little? Like, I didn't do a full tutorial, but I did want to get this in here because I want you all to see, number one, what SKS has coming, and number two, this is very beneficial for a lot of people who want to budget on Excel. Like, I see that's the rave. I watch a lot of YouTube budget videos and people are using Excel. Then you have people using the book. I'm going to go back to the book though. I am going to go back to the book. I might go back and forth. You know, I don't know how I'm going to do that, but I might go back and forth. But nonetheless, Thank you all so much for tuning in. I appreciate you, and stay tuned for my next video. Bye.